Welcome to another edition of Back in Shape with T. I'm Tarashe, and this is our office fitness edition. So make sure you have a chair. Grab some books. This way you can do a good modified push-up. When I show you how to do a few less than 5 basic exercises to keep yourself healthy. If you're sitting at a desk for about 8 hours a day or more, this is going to be helpful for you. We need to do intermittent exercises, and we want to make it as simple as possible where we're building strength, burning calories, creating more mobility and functional strength for the lower back to keep you out of pain, and increasing your core strength and conditioning the shoulders and stabilizing the muscles with a few basic exercises. So follow along with me coming up. Okay, first things first, use your chair. Let's do a couple of demo repetitions where all you're going to do is sit down and stand up. We're not doing very many. We'll just do a few here. Sit down, stand up. Follow along with me. When you stand up, I want you all the way. Lean back, good posture. Sit down as if you would normally sit. Make sure that your knees are not wobbling. Keep your knees shoulder width apart. Chest up, and when you stand up, stomach in nice and tight. And I want you to keep going as we demonstrate the basic chair squat. We're going to do this back and forth with push-ups. All right, that's the demo. All right, let's begin. Follow along. Start now. Again, for me, it's all the way down, all the way up. Look at the posture, emulate my posture. When you stand up, drive those hips forward, get your shoulders back, and sit down. Take a seat. Nothing special here, just using your chair to burn calories, to build muscular endurance in the legs. Keep going. Follow along with me. If you have any serious pain, I'll tell you to stop, but most of you can sit down and stand up out of a chair with no problem. Keep it going. We're doing just about 20 repetitions. When you stand up, I want you to pause a bit and then sit. There we go. Very good. That was the chair squat. We're going to go into push-ups now. To be safe, before we start, I'm going to ask you to grab about 4 textbooks so we could do modified push-ups if you need them. If you don't, you could do push-ups without. Okay, so hit the floor. I'm giving you time to set your textbooks up. If you need them, go ahead and use them. And what we're going to end up doing is going in regular push-up style, but we're going to bring our chest to the books and up, lock out. Keep going until I say stop. Follow along with me. I also want you to focus on pulling your stomach in towards your spine. Pull that belly button in toward the spine because we're turning push-ups into a plank as well. Trying to keep core stiffness. This is the perfect modified push-up. Push-ups have also been known to increase heart health. So it's very important that intermittently throughout the day that you take little breaks and do these little mini exercises at your desk. Okay, stop exercise. Okay, guys, let's give it another go for squats. Sit down and stand up. We'll do 20. Remember, the knees are shoulder width apart. They never wobble. When you stand up, come up through the heels. Press your heels firmly into the floor. Also, keep a long neck. Do not shrug your shoulders up. And keep going. We're burning off excess calories, burning off excess glucose, trying to keep the body from becoming insulin resistant. One of the benefits of exercising throughout the day is it trains the metabolism to burn off excess sugars, to ward off obesity and the possible onset of type 2 diabetes. This is like taking a slight dose of medication throughout the day. And it makes the legs sexy too. All right? And stop exercise. Next, we're going to turn our hands out and get the elbows tight to the body. And that will allow us to get more tricep involvement, the back of the arms. So it gives a bit of variety in the push-ups. We're going back to the books. Again, if you don't need the books, it's important that you don't use them. But if you need them, this is the best way to do a modified push-ups. Turn the fingers out and elbows close to the body. Go. Keep going. Keep it up. Understand that push-ups have a benefit to the cardiovascular health that we never really knew before. In 2009, Harvard Medical Health Journal decided to do a 10-year study, and they found that men over the age of 40 who could do 40 or more push-ups had a 96% lower risk of heart disease than those who could do 10 or fewer. The men who could do at least 11 push-ups had a lower risk of heart disease too. So there was a greater benefit with the amount of reps that you could do. All right, keep it going, chest up, and hold that pause. Hold it, and stop exercise. Okay, we're going to go back to the plank right now, where we're holding the abs and nice and tight. Hold yourself up. The Harvard study also studied men who were able to get high on their treadmill test, and they also had a low risk of heart disease. But the researchers also found that the push-up capacity was just as accurate a predictor as was the treadmill test. So that's interesting. Push-ups could be good for the heart. Another reason to do them intermittently during workout. All right, another thing that I'm going to have you do, set yourself up, and we're going to do something called the McKenzie press-up. And this is a lower back health movement. You're going to press the hips into the ground. Make sure you're not clenching your glutes. Keep them nice and loose. Get the chest up as much as possible. Try not to put any tension on the neck. Relax the neck. Hold that chest up. Hold it. And then you go down. Relax. Stay down. And get ready. Get set and get yourself back up again. Release the glutes. No tension in the glutes. Hold yourself up. This is great to get the lumbar spine into its correct position. And back down. We have these intervertebral discs that sometimes will hit the nerve. And when it hits the nerve, it causes sciatic pain and all kinds of pain. So this is great to do, especially if you're sitting all day. Chest up and hold it. This is a great follow along health and wellness gut check for you. Perfect for in-office training. Little bites of exercise. Little small bites of exercise. And we're going to go back and we're going to finish off our core with just a plank in the push-up position. Scoop the belly button in toward the spine. Hold the abdominals in tight. You're getting tricep muscular stabilization. You're getting shoulder stabilization at the joints and the muscles. So these are not just good for the core, but it's good for the upper body as well. Hold it tight. And then let's get back and do some McKenzies for your lower back. Chest up. Relax the glutes. Hold it. This, again, keeps people out of low back pain. So if you have mild low back pain from sitting a lot, try this. Very simple, very effective. The McKenzie. Relax, taking the tension off. And get set and bring that chest back up and hold it. When you put your spine in this lordotic position, hyperlordosis, you're keeping the intervertebral disc away from the nerve. That's why we do it. Holding yourself down. And then we do it one more time. Let's get set up. That's right, keeping that disc health important as we get older. And the more we sit, the more we're in danger of causing chronic back pain. And this is one way to not have to use any drugs. Okay, from there, we're going to finish off with a little bit more of our chair squat. Again, this is good to build the endurance in the legs. It's good to get the heart rate going. It's also great to burn excess glycogen and glucose in the system so it doesn't convert to fat. So we're trying to prevent cardiovascular disease, trying to prevent metabolic disease, and we're trying to prevent muscle atrophy just by doing these exercises intermittently. Keep it going. Down and all the way up. When you stand up nice and tall and strong. Keep it going. A nice, simple exercise routine that you could do at your desk. If you had the opportunity to, I would try to repeat this 3 times throughout the sitting day. Get yourself moving. Also, walk around as much as you can. Walking is very good to take the tension off of the joints. Keep it up. And the end. And when you get to muscle strength in those legs and thighs, you can add additional weight onto the squats. Again, it helps you burn excess fat, build muscle strength and endurance. It also helps build up the core. Look at me. I'm going down as if I'm sitting down in an imaginary chair. My heels are planted on the ground. My core is nice and tight. From the front, you see that my knees are never wobbling. They stay nice and steady. And this is a super cheap way to add additional resistance. You know how much it costs to add weight to your squats? You got to go to the store. You got to order these things. I make my own weights. There you go. Perfect. Look at that posture. And good.